It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make you watch it.
1 month, 2 months, 3 months, hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door.
She's
yeah, I'm pregnant,
supposedly 9 months pregnant in the hospital room, dancing with a big belly. Harry's there too. She's kind of twerking. She's gonna twerk. Here comes Harry. She spreads her legs. She hikes her dress. She circles her genitals.
Meghan Markle just dropped a hospital video so bizarre. Even her biggest critics were left speechless. And that's saying something. We're talking full-on pregnancy belly, dim hospital lights, and Meghan, arms up, hips out, dancing like she's auditioning for a reality show, right before giving birth. Yeah, that happened. The internet exploded. Some called it brave, most called it unhinged. But Megyn Kelly, oh, she called it something else entirely, a staged, desperate PR stunt. With a belly that, and we quote, looks like a bag of socks shoved under a dress. And now, the pregnancy rumors Meghan's team worked years to bury are back, bigger, louder, wilder than ever. Could this be the moment that blows the whole facade wide open? Because let's be real, the public's not just asking why she posted this. They're asking what she's hiding. You're watching Chatterfuse. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't even think about blinking. Because what's coming next will make you question everything. Let's break this down. Because this wasn't just some innocent mom-to-be moment caught on camera. No, this was a fully framed, professionally lit, camera-ready production in a hospital room at 9 months pregnant. And while most expectant mothers are asking for ice chips and cursing their partners, Meghan's out here voguing for the camera, like she's filming the season finale of Keeping Up with the Castles. The body language, calculated. The camera angle, suspiciously flattering. The vibe? A strange, overly rehearsed cocktail of Hallmark sentimentality and TikTok thirst trap. And then there's Harry. Prince Harry, royal veteran, family black sheep, podcast guest of the year, just standing there in the corner like a confused doula who wandered into the wrong delivery room, no idea what's happening, no clue how to stop it. Just blinking. Now, here's where it gets really weird. This wasn't posted by a friend or leaked by a nurse. This was deliberately released by Meghan herself, with music, with a filter, with intent. So when Megyn Kelly calls it the cringiest tape in years, she's not being dramatic. She's being generous. Because for many viewers, it wasn't just awkward. It was offensive. Offensive to women who've actually given birth without a ring light. Offensive to parents who view childbirth as sacred, not staged. And maybe most of all, offensive to anyone with a working BS detector. Because this wasn't about the baby. This wasn't about joy. This was about control, image, manipulation. And let's be honest, when you've burned through goodwill faster than Netflix budgets, a hospital bump dance is a hell of a Hail Mary. But Meghan didn't just miss the mark. She rewrote the playbook. In Comic Sans. There's a reason most people don't post delivery room footage on Instagram. Because for most of us, childbirth is sacred. It's messy, it's raw, it's vulnerable, and above all, it's private. But in Meghan's world, it's content. And according to Megyn Kelly, this wasn't just oversharing. It was a full-blown ego parade dressed up as female empowerment. Now let's be clear, Kelly's issue wasn't with the dancing itself, not with joy, not with pregnancy. It was with the intent. The choice to turn a deeply personal, once-in-a-lifetime moment into a branded moment for public consumption. The kind of thing you drop on a Wednesday to goose engagement and chase sympathy headlines. There are moments that should be between a husband and wife only, Kelly said bluntly, and this was not one of them. She didn't mince words, because in her eyes, this wasn't about love, or new life, or capturing a memory. It was about optics, image, control. And that's the real sting here. Not the twerk, not the belly, not even the timing. It's that Meghan turned what most women hold sacred into a staged scene for applause. A delivery room should feel like a chapel. This felt like a soundstage. And once you cross that line, you don't just lose privacy, you lose trust. This hospital video didn't go viral in a vacuum. It landed in a public already primed to roll their eyes. Because Meghan Markle comes with baggage. And not the designer kind. As Megyn Kelly laid out, the outrage over the dance clip wasn't just about awkward timing or poor taste. It was about everything that came before. Years of headlines, leaked emails, tell-all interviews, accusations, followed by denials, followed by more headlines. First, the staff allegations. From Buckingham Palace to Montecito, Meghan's been accused of creating a toxic workplace, yelling, gaslighting, driving employees to tears. Multiple staffers, multiple walkouts, and yet no real accountability. Then there's the race card moment, that infamous Oprah sit-down. While Prince Philip lay dying, Meghan and Harry accused unnamed royals of racism, igniting a global scandal with zero receipts. Kelly didn't pull punches, claiming that the stress and fallout from that interview may have even helped kill the Queen. And through every scandal, Meghan's played the same role. The victim? She's the misunderstood outsider, the oppressed duchess, the woman who dared to challenge the crown and was punished for it. But here's the thing. The public isn't buying it anymore. Not after this many stunts, not after this much manipulation. Because when every criticism is met with crocodile tears, when every new video screams, "Please like me," it stops looking like strength and starts looking like strategy. That's the Meghan problem. She wants sympathy without sincerity, applause without authenticity, and redemption without ever saying, "I got it wrong." Let's not kid ourselves. This wasn't a spur-of-the-moment upload. No one casually posts a hospital room dance video while 9 months pregnant, complete with lighting, music, and a perfectly positioned husband looking mildly confused in the corner. Megyn Kelly and Stu Burguiere both called it for what it likely was, a PR stunt. Not a memory, a message. A curated, focus-grouped attempt to soften Meghan's image and remind the world that she's not a scandal magnet. She's just a fun, modern mom to be. But as Stu put it, you can almost hear the backroom conversation. "Meghan, the numbers are down. Sentiment's brutal. We need to pivot, dig through your phone, find something warm, something human, something that says, 'I'm just like you.'" Enter the belly dance. The problem? You can't fake real. And that's the part that blew up in their faces. The video didn't feel spontaneous. It felt staged, rehearsed, sanitized. The emotional equivalent of a stock photo with a royal watermark. And audiences know the difference. Instead of winning hearts, the video triggered eye rolls. Instead of healing her image, it ripped open old wounds. Because when someone with a reputation for manipulation suddenly tries to look relatable, it almost always backfires. Meghan didn't post a moment. She posted a message, and that message came across loud and clear. "Please like me again." But when PR tries to dress up as authenticity, the internet doesn't applaud. It investigates. This isn't the first time Meghan's been accused of turning pain into performance. And according to Megyn Kelly, the hospital video wasn't an isolated misstep. It was part of a troubling pattern. Let's rewind to Uvalde, Texas. A nation was reeling after a horrific school shooting. Families shattered, a community in mourning. And then, Meghan shows up. Not as a private citizen, not off camera, but with full press coverage, laying flowers, walking slowly for the cameras. Posed, polished, deliberate. Kelly didn't hold back. She slammed the visit as a shameless photo op, saying Meghan made a tragedy about herself. That instead of comfort, she delivered a headline. And then there's the Chrissy Teigen comparison. Stu brought it up, and it landed hard. He reminded viewers of the moment Teigen shared graphic hospital photos of herself after a miscarriage, which was later revealed to be a medically induced abortion. The crying selfies, the emotional captions, the media frenzy. Kelly questioned the impulse behind it. Why broadcast that kind of pain? Who takes a photo mid-breakdown, then filters it, writes a caption, and presses post? It's the same question that haunts Meghan's hospital video. Why record this? Why share it now? And more importantly, who was it really for? Because when grief, birth, or trauma gets packaged for public consumption, it starts to lose its meaning. And whether it's tragedy or childbirth, Some moments deserve silence, not an upload button. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any more bizarre, it did. Because somewhere between the dancing, the belly swirling, and the awkward glances from Harry, people started noticing something off. Not about the music, not about the setting, about the bump. Megyn Kelly, who's usually quick to shut down wild internet rumors, did something unusual. She paused, rewatched, zoomed in, and for the first time, she admitted, something didn't look right. It looked like a bag of socks stuffed under a dress, she said. Lumpy, misshapen, unnatural. And to be fair, she's not the only one thinking it. For years, there's been a fringe theory floating around the internet that Megyn may have used a surrogate and worn prosthetic bumps during public appearances. Most dismissed it as tabloid nonsense. But now, this video has reignited the fire because the footage doesn't just show a belly, it shows one that doesn't move the way you'd expect. Bumps in strange places, no visible medical equipment, no IVs, no fetal monitors. And that's where Kelly and Stu's skepticism kicks in. Now, to be clear, no one's saying this proves anything. But when a highly managed public figure posts a questionable clip and it lines up just enough with long-standing rumors, people start connecting dots, even if those dots aren't meant to be connected. And in today's world of deep fakes, rented wombs, and red carpet illusion, one question keeps echoing louder. What's real and what's just for show? Once the video hit the timeline, it didn't take long for frame-by-frame breakdowns to start popping up. Twitter threads, Reddit theories, YouTube slow-mo analysis, all asking the same question. What exactly are we looking at here? Because the belly, the literal centerpiece of the entire video, wasn't just big, it was strange. Megyn Kelly described it as bumpy in all the wrong places. Others said it looked more like a stuffed cushion than an actual pregnant stomach. The movement? Off. The shape? Asymmetrical. The positioning? Low, weirdly detached, and, according to moms who've actually been through labor, not natural for someone moments from giving birth. Even Stu chimed in, saying it looked more like a prop than a body. And he wasn't joking. And then came the technical questions. Where's the hospital equipment? The monitors? The IVs? Megyn's not hooked up to anything. No visible medical prep. Just good lighting and a strangely structured belly. Now, is that proof of anything? Of course not. But in an era where nothing is trusted at face value, and Megyn's relationship with the press is already radioactive, you can't post a video like this and expect people not to notice the inconsistencies. Because when people are already skeptical, even one visual anomaly is enough to send the internet into full-blown conspiracy mode. And this time, it wasn't a rumor mill doing the damage. It was Megyn's own footage. So, where does Megyn go from here? Because this wasn't just another celebrity misfire, this was a full-blown PR meltdown disguised as a feel-good moment. A video meant to soften her image ended up reigniting old scandals, conspiracy theories, and some of the harshest commentary she's faced in years. Megyn Kelly didn't just criticize the footage, she shredded the entire narrative. And when even mainstream voices start saying, that belly doesn't look right, you know the damage is done. For years, Megyn's brand has danced between victimhood and visibility. She wants privacy, but launches Netflix documentaries. She wants to be relatable, but posts choreographed pregnancy dances. She wants public love, but keeps making it harder and harder to earn. So was this her final misstep? Or just the latest in a long line of relatable flops that backfire spectacularly? Because here's the truth. Audiences are tired. Tired of being managed. Tired of spin. Tired of watching fame masquerade as authenticity. And the longer Megyn doubles down on curated vulnerability, the harder it'll be to recover the one thing she needs most: trust. Maybe this was just a weird video. Maybe it was something more. But one thing's clear. If this was supposed to fix her image, it might have just buried it. You're watching Chatterfuse. Tap that like button if you're still with us. Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe if you're not already. Because if this is rock bottom, we have a feeling the fall's not over yet.